it is Coffee with Conti because we have to be true to it. You got to see the puffy eyes in the morning. Anyways, I had to forego my owner's class, but I was presented this opportunity to come here for the Z06 owner's class. And we're going to be driving that sucker out here. Probably not on this track though, right, Michael? We're going to be going down the other track.
I was here on the North Course earlier this week, but we'll be over on the East Course to the white classroom.
My biggest regret though right now, being here, I just love this ambiance and I just love this atmosphere, is that my son Ryan is not here. I've been texting him pictures and he's like, yeah, you know, he's living what we went through before we can get to the point where we can start enjoying our lives. He's got a work schedule and it's tough to get away, but we're gonna find a way to get him out here because Ryan and I wanted to do what you did at the beginning of the week, is level 1. After the owner school for Stingray, you went and did level 1 tracking.
Yeah, introduction to open lapping.
Yeah.
Which obviously tracking I've done, but it was great to get you know, more seat time in the car.
Yeah.
And you know, different instruction too that you get in the regular course. So
doing that, what's your takeaway from doing that? I mean, because you and I are discovering tracking.
Yeah, if you're really into it, I would say that it's really worthwhile. You know, if you just kind of want to learn a little bit more about the car and just say, hey, I've been on the track, I've done a couple things in the paddock area. The Corvette school's enough, but if you kind of want to get that next, and then they even have a level 2, where basically all you're doing is track time, very little classroom time. You're basically just on the track, the instructor's with you. You're doing Cosworth toolbox. You know, they're basically like dissecting what you're doing, which is great too. I mean, that was the one thing in level 1 they did with us. They actually rode in the passenger seat. Oh, okay. Which I thought was great feedback.
Yeah, because usually in the regular intro school, you're by yourself.
You're by yourself, and they're doing a great job on the walkie-talkie, the radio. They're giving you feedback, but it's different when they're actually in the car, getting to watch what you're doing. And Kai, my instructor, he even had his hand on my arm and the wheel. He's like, you can go tighter. And, you know, it's kind of like, we're going 90 miles an hour around this corner here, and he's pushing my arm, you know, but they know what they're doing.
Right.
Yep.
That's crazy. Now, my other great customer, Josh and Amanda from Ohio, they're here too. So they're going to do the Z06 class with us. And I know I probably won't get yours and their PDR footage, and it will be a little competition between us 3. And they'll probably beat me. And you know what? I don't care, because this is not about anybody else when you're here. It's about you, what you're going to take away from this and this experience. And I want you guys to understand something too. Whether you ever take your car out on track, I think doing programs like this at Ron Fellows, at the NCM Motorsports Park, and their cars is a way to really elevate your Corvette experience. Something that you probably never, just like me, you probably never thought you would do that. But just to say that you did it, and it really is fun. And it was here doing the autocross where I went, you know what, I want to get out there on the real track. So I'm doing this hobby, extending it and learning and having fun and sharing it with you guys. So thanks for watching. Again, whether you ever intend to do tracking or not, this is a bucket list item, the Ron Fellows Performance Driving School. All right, classroom session is done. We're getting ready to get started. What, did you guys save the blue car for me? Hey Ryan, look what Dad's gonna be driving. Big wing, baby. Just a quick morning to Amanda and Josh, our customers from Ohio. Quick little piece of information. Amanda has an E-Ray coming. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. Yeah, and here's what's cool. A lot of people are asking, well, if I'm getting an E-Ray, can I come to the Ron Fellows School and do that? Yes, but it's going to be delayed because they don't have enough cars. So Chevrolet will extend that period for you if you have an E-Ray. And if you have an E-Ray, you need to come here and you need to do this. Yeah.
There, Rick. That'll get you down, man. That's pretty good there, Michael.
Okay guys, when I sell you this car, what do I tell you? Yes, this Ron Fellows Performance Driving School at Spring Mountain is a must-do for you. And then you tell me what? Rick, I have no intention of ever tracking my car. Keep in mind, you're going to do some tracking stuff out here, but you're also going to learn some stuff that you can use in regular street, like many of you don't know how to use ABS anti-lock braking systems. That's right, ABS means that you have the ability to brake and steer. And here is where you want to make the mistakes, as I just did.
40 miles per hour is the target speed for this run. It's going to be a little more difficult. The smooth hands are going to be important. Mr. Rick, come on. Still smooth, slow hands, man. Whoops! Boy, you got all three of them. Stop for a second, stop.
And yes, I just showed you that, but keep in mind, when you use anti-lock brakes, engage the anti-lock brakes with a firm braking compression and slow steering input, and look to where you want to move and get away from a target. Don't look at the target, because you're going to drive right to it. Look around it, and that will make you a safer driver in the street. And in fact, I think that's an understatement. You experience all facets of this car, different driving sessions for 2 full days at the Ron Fellows Performance Driving School. Welcome again to my Coffee with Conti show. I'm so excited to share the experience I had driving the C8 Z06 out there for 2 days at the Ron Fellows Performance Driving School. Now keep in mind, what you're watching today is the C8 Z06 that you can only do if you own a C8 Z06. So the opportunity that was extended to me to share that with you guys today, I'm extremely thankful for. It was an eye-opening education for me, but in the end, it makes it more fun to drive. It was a lot of fun sharing this experience with my customers, Josh and Amanda from Ohio, Michael from Florida. And I know Mike from Ohio got sick at the last minute and wanted to do this so bad. Dude, you need to do this. Folks, we're going to talk more about that and how you can do this before the end of today's show. We said you experience so much of the car. You even do, because I know many of you won't, you do launch control in your car, whether you're doing the Stingray course or the C8 Z06 course. Now, you're not going to get the numbers that Chevy advertises out there at Pahrump, Nevada, because you're a little bit higher elevation. But you know what? You're doing it, and man, is it fun. You actually get to do it more than once. You also learn about looking ahead, that visual scanning. It helps you so much on track. This is a very slow speed exercise to get you looking way ahead, out the corners of your windows, preparing for that next turn. I love this session right here. It does help you when you get ready for the big track.
Now we're starting to turn a little bit early. Be patient with that steering wheel. Wait for the cone to pass your body before you make your turn input. Scan it right. There we go. Good. Good timing.
You even learn some things you can use in everyday driving, and that is the weather mode. Here you're first doing it without the weather mode on. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. And then you realize when that's on, that computer really is assisting you, keeping control of the car. It was a great little session too. Again, something you can take away and use in everyday driving.
That's the way. Now, one thing that we commonly see, when you were correcting really fast, and then when you went to the next corner, you turned in really fast. You mimicked your correction on the turn-in. So even your corrections on the slide should be able to be pretty gentle, pretty easy. One bit of opposite lock, back to straight. You shouldn't have to be aggressive. Because as soon as we start getting aggressive, especially with this amount of grip, you're losing the car.
Their instruction is absolutely incredible. I love that. Learned so much, had so much more fun. You become a safer driver and a better driver. Looking at some brief clips right now, we've got some detailed stuff coming up of my session, Michael's session, including Josh's session, and boy did he had so much fun in the car.
Everybody ease off the brake as we turn right, looking for that apex. All the way left there, Michael and Bobby setting up for turn number 3 here. Get down to that apex. Mid-track here, Rick, start looking left. Again, carry the brake if you need it. Get all close to the cone.
Besides driving the car on track, one thing I really enjoyed was the instruction. When you're in the car, they're talking you through everything that you're supposed to be doing.
Crazy, what's good, guys? Keep it up. right, fellas, we're going to pick it up. Again, drive comfortably here, drive at your comfort level. Especially get a good run out of turn number 10. It's the most important corner.
You feel good after day one?
Hell yeah.
Yeah? Yeah, man.
Hot.
Yeah, that's okay.
But
We're in Nevada, brother. That's right. Michael, how do you
Desert.
feel after day one?
Oh, it's always a blast.
That's good. I'm feeling really good too. I'm feeling more confident and I'm learning a lot. And I keep telling you guys, it is the experience here, but it's also the education. Ron Fellows was here. You might see a little clip of that, but
The difference between the 7th generation Z06 and the 8th generation Z06, 5.5 seconds per lap.
I turned the camera off. You asked him a great question about a special edition in 2007, the Ron
Right.
Fellows Z06.
Yes.
He had no idea that that thing was coming. Gary
Total
Claudio
surprise,
called
yeah.
him and stuff like that. So yeah, nice
He
question.
still has it, and he has the one special edition too. He's got the matching pair still.
I think he said he has, what, like 3,000 miles or something on the car?
Kilometers.
Yeah, kilometers. Yeah. He goes, I don't drive it. I should drive it. Yeah, it's bad to let him sit. Yeah, we know. Yeah, we get it.
Yeah.
It was cool that he stopped by, though. It was fantastic. This place is heaven on earth, man. It really is. Especially if you're a car person. Oh my gosh. This place is simply amazing. And when I sell you guys a car, what do I tell you to do? I tell you, you need to do this. And what do you tell me? You say, well, Rick, I have no intention to ever track my car, and that's okay. So that segment we were just recording, this guy goes, hey, wait a minute, I heard that voice before. Is that Rick? Because yes, I am.
Didn't even see the hat. That's
how you
crazy.
doing, man? Good to see you, man.
I'm great.
Thanks for watching. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Paul.
absolutely. I mean, I saw your spec, and mine is now rapid blue on
Oh,
engine
fantastic.
blue, so.
That color's so much fun, man.
It's
It's
so
just so
great.
exotic, and it's just, I was telling folks off camera, on camera, if I had to buy another car right now, man, please, Chevy, keep making rapid blue, because I want to get another C8, and I think I want it to be rapid blue.
Yeah, it's so great.
That's great. What do you have right now?
I have the Z51s,
Okay.
regulars to see it.
Are you here for Stingray School or Z06 School?
Stingray School
Okay,
today.
good for you, man. I'm glad
Yeah.
that you're here. I was just telling people, as you heard me just doing that clip,
Yeah.
come here, do this, do things in their cars, burn up their tires. You're going to walk away with a great education, but an amazing experience too at Ron Fellows.
100%.
Yeah, nice to meet you,
Nice
bro.
to meet you, Rick.
Still got my helmet on. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but my goodness, look at this facility. This is just a small smidge. Huge facility, multiple tracks, hundreds of C8 Corvettes. That's right, when you come out here, you drive their cars. You're gonna do stuff with their cars that you'll probably never do in your car, but you are gonna have the time of your life in Corvette. You are gonna learn a lot. It's not all, as we said in today's episode, it's not all about track stuff. You'll use a lot of these little sessions for everyday driving. This is our class. We've been racing with these guys and gals all day long. It's been awesome, man. Boy, your attitude has totally changed. You were all frustrated. You come out there and you probably got the best laugh out of all of us,
I told you
dude.
from the beginning, I was just out there to have fun and relax. And when you relax, they're right.
guys the experience. We just come out of class where they were reviewing our PDR, telling us what we did right, what we did wrong. So now we're going to go do some autocross. How'd you like that PDR session?
Very instructive, you know.
What did they tell you that you were doing wrong?
I got to commit to the throttle coming out of the exits a little bit more.
Okay.
And on turn 2, I got to stay a little higher to the middle of the track there before I turn.
Yeah, me too. All right, let's share some driving sessions with Michael, myself, and Josh. This is Michael's PDR footage. Again, I love how they talk and instruct you through everything that you're supposed to be doing. PDR shows you everything that's going on. We'll talk more about that here in just a little bit. I want to dissect this turn, actually, in fact. But it doesn't really give you the effect and the feel of really what's going on the track. See that van up there on the left? That's a spotter watching you as well. I mean, listen to their instruction. They really help you become a better driver and understand this car.
Not bad here, Michael. Nice job, buddy. Second gear through the middle.
A little bit of inside footage of Michael.
Don't neglect the blue cone.
Did you hear him say, damn it? Don't get frustrated, buddy.
Be patient. Let the car turn. You can be second here if you like, but get back out to third as you come out of this corner here.
It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun.
A little on the curve. We want to be off that, but much better. Be patient on throttle. Again, a little on the curve there.
This perspective, I was just telling you about the PDR. You can't really get a feel for what's going on track. When you see this view, now you get a little bit better understanding what's going on. And things move so quickly. And again, their instruction helps you get through each of these corners, prepare for the next turn. I just love going to the Ron Fellows Performance Driving School. You guys get a discount when you buy a new Corvette. You've got a year to use it, with the exception of E-Ray. As we talked about at the beginning of the show, they're going to extend that class because the availability of E-Rays is simply not there. This was a tough turn for me right there. It's so hard to lay off the gas, because if you're on gas coming in that turn going down, you actually push out to the right. They walk you through that as well. I tried to find a clip. I couldn't find it, but I know doing this part, this autocross part, Josh was frustrated. And he even said at one point, said, stupid autocross. It was so funny.
Good. Rolling back on. Taking it wide again. Good.
And the wide body cars like E-Ray and Z06 doing this stuff. Of course, this layout was really difficult as it was. A lot of turning, really not many spots to accelerate.
Rolling back on.
Josh did everybody did a nice job on this. We'll show you the autocross results at the end of today's show.
We're making that plan. This is the final quarter here. Excellent work. Nice and clean. 35.44.
And again, we're going to dissect this turn between all three of us, myself, Michael, and Josh. Josh was really on the gas.
Working on it and going in at 9 like last time. Good. Keep it up. All right, John. Good speed to down to 2. Carry it in.
Now here's another great perspective as far as a camera view to give you a better feel for what's going on track. I mounted the camera on the nose of the car, right down to the track, man. Look at this thing, wow. You really can feel what's happening. Appreciate the speeds, appreciate the finesse, and really the work it takes to get through some of these corners and go back up the hill. Yeah, this camera's a nice perspective. It was a lot of work for me to participate in the class, but also think about moving all these cameras to share that with you guys today. Thanks for joining us on today's Coffee with Conti. A lot of work through this one. A lot of work in that turn. Your hands are moving constantly on that steering wheel. And wise, if you go with your husbands, you could participate, you could ride with the instructors too. This is Amanda, Josh's wife.
That's the funnest corner on the track.
Second gear is just manic in this thing, as you can see.
All right, and here's Rick's PDR footage. A little wide there, buddy. In the PDR session, when they reviewed that with you, I learned so much about that turn alone.
Past the turn in, slightly lifted. It's about to half throttle. Now right back into the throttle. Lugs it forward. Go ahead and start a cool down lap.
There's an in-car perspective of them talking you through what you got to be doing.
One smooth input, turn into apex. Balance the car. Accelerate out. Good. Looking for 2. Up to 4. Squeeze that throttle down. Firm initial pressure at the 4. We can go to 3rd. We'll balance that car in cleanly to the apex. Bring it on in. Looking right. Okay, straight to the brake cone, Rick. Looking good. Accelerate. Touch your brake at the brake cone. Looking in. Carry those brakes as long as you need. Get all over the curve. Looking left. That's better. Little high up in the bowl there, Bobby. Remember, only go to the middle lane, not the top. Stay in 3rd here, Rick. Staying left. You can go to 2nd here if you want, Rick. You can try leave it in 3rd as well. Totally your choice. Just make sure we shift back to 3rd coming out of turn 9 here. There you go. Accelerate out. That is an e-ticket ride in 2nd gear in that car. Bring her out, Rick. Accelerate.
Yeah, I like that part, accelerate. Now coming up here is going to be the turn that I want to dissect between myself, Michael, and Josh. And I learned so much in the PDR session before we went back out on track. What I was doing before approaching this turn is I was letting off the gas and then I was braking into the brake zone. Before that brake board at number 5, you want to still be on gas. He wanted me braking in the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He goes, get into the 4 or just before the 3 and hit the brake and then you come off. And it made all the difference in the world. I took in, I think, well, you're going to see here in just a minute, I was going a little bit slower. I was actually going about 126, 127 into the braking zone, and then it actually picked me up, I think, 3 seconds off my entire lap. And here's a still shot of that corner as I'm passing the 5 board. Now I'm off the gas and I'm just starting to hit a firm brake before the number 4 board. That was probably the best time I actually took that turn, and it made all the difference in the world, just the feel of the car and the flow of the car into the next turn. So after that turn, you actually go through a dip and then you go back up the hill. And you can see right here, I'm going to show you a comparison again between myself, Michael, and Josh in just a moment. Look at my steering angle at 33%, almost pulling a full G there on the far left. I'm about a little bit over halfway throttle on the gas as we're starting to go up the hill. But back to the straightaway, here's the comparison between myself, Michael, and Josh as we're approaching that braking zone. You can see I'm just past the 5, braking at 127, going to the 4 board. Michael there in the middle, he is just approaching the 5 and starting to hit the brake at 123. And Josh, well, Josh is a maniac. He's still on the gas, full throttle into the braking zone. He must be 2-footing it because it looks like there's a little bit of red there. So he's got a part of a foot on the brake at 126. So let's go back and dissect that turn as you come out of that little dip and go up the hill. Again, there's me on the far left, 81 miles an hour, just past half throttle in 4th gear and 33% steering angle. Michael in the middle, same steering angle, 3rd gear though, not quite half throttle at 70 miles an hour. And there's Josh, 27% of the steering. There he is again. He's full throttle at 4th gear. This was such an education. This was a lot of work, and just the artfulness of understanding the car, it just makes you a better driver, and then ultimately it makes it more fun. In fact, I could talk about this experience for hours with you guys, and sometimes in person I do. Let's go back real quick as we end today's Coffee with Conti talking about the autocross and let you know who won. And yes, we're also going to let you know who had the fastest lap on track. This was day 1 practicing the autocross. Myself and Michael were in, and Josh too, was in the blue group right there. You can see my times were, well, I had a 5-second penalty there, and then I was 33, 34. It was just a mess. And then day 2 actually was a competition in the autocross. They wouldn't tell you the times until the end of the class. There we are in blue group. It was great again to just ride with all these guys. We had so much fun. I actually was improving. And in fact, if you look at the finals in the blue group, don't ask me how I did it. I don't know. I actually turned the camera off and I didn't get the announcement from JJ that I did in fact win the autocross. And was I pumped? Oh, hell yeah.
Okay,
Josh was enjoying the bragging rights session.
In the morning.
Hey, he earned it, man. So you got a little bit better. Your best is 118 and some change. Look at Josh. I was a half second slower. It's 119 something. So 119.3 was my best. But look at Josh. 116. You suck. Oh my God, dude, that's freaking awesome, man. Nice job. You guys know how competitive I really am. In fact, you'll see that next Sunday on Coffee with Conti, our NCM track day that we hosted, and the trophy that you had a chance to win. And you know I was in it to win it too. That's next Sunday. Anyways, let's finish up today reminding you about a couple of things. As an owner of a new Corvette, Stingray or Z06, in your owner's manual, get out this pamphlet. When you open it up on the far left-hand side is a number to call Spring Mountain Motorsports. You'll talk to Darcy. Give her your VIN number. Get booked up. For Z06, guys, it took us 7 months to schedule this class. They have limited cars, so schedule in advance. Get your name on the wait list, so when a class opens up and she sends you the email, you got about 30 minutes to actually get it booked. General Motors is going to pay the difference. You only pay $1,000 for new Corvette owners if you take this class within the first year, with the exception of the E-Ray that we were talking about earlier today. I can't say enough things about the facility and the staff and just how much fun we have, how much information that they gave us. Thank you again, Ron Fellows. You guys are just top shelf, man. And I got to thank so many people in our class and simply that were there at the Ron Fellows Performance Driving School that watch our channel, acknowledged us. Thank you for the kind words and the compliments. I do appreciate that. It was great that you guys were there doing that. They can never, ever take that away from you. You did it. And I've done it 6 times. And yeah, hell yeah, I want to do it again.